Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make a wire sculpture person, just like this. The wire that I'm going to be using will be a little bit smaller than what you'll have, but the steps will be exactly the same. So first, you're going to have a long length of wire. And the first thing you want to do are find the two ends of your wire. And you want to make sure that you fold or turn the ends over just by grasping the ends with the needle nose pliers and turning your wrist so that the ends don't poke the eyes out of your neighbor, because they're sharp unless we turn them. So now those are rounded. Then you want to grab the ends, and you're trying to find the middle of your wire because we're going to put the head right in the middle of your wire. So I'm pulling and I'm pulling and I'm pulling and I'm straightening out my wire, and I have the middle in my right hand and I have the ends of my wire in the left hand. So here's the middle. So what I'm going to do is let go of the ends with my left hand, and I'm going to make a loop right in the middle here of this wire. And when you're making your wire person, the head should be about the size of a quarter. Mine's going to be a little bit smaller, but yours can be about the size of a quarter. So when you make the loop, it's just a loop, and that won't stay. You have to twist it once, twice to make a neck. Then you're going to pull the wire straight out like this. We're going to make the shoulders. And here's where you have to start thinking about proportion. Your shoulders are 2 heads wide. So I'm going to measure out 1 head over here, and right here I'm going to hold the wire between my thumbs and make a nice sharp bend. And then I can measure over here. It would be the same length. Hold the wire between my thumbs, make a nice sharp bend. So now my wire is coming straight down from the shoulders. Now I have to make the arms. The arms are 3 heads long, and then the hand is almost 1 head long. So your arm's going to be almost 4 heads long. So measure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a little bit less than 4 would be about here. So I'm going to bend the wire up. So the wire is going straight up the arm. Whoop! Just like that. Then for the other arm, what you can do is just use the first arm. Find where the first arm bent. Use it as a measurement. Make sure that you're about equal. Bend the wire up, and it'll go straight up the arm. So now you have your 2 arms made, and your wire is going straight up your arms. Now we need to bring the wire over and down on both sides to make the torso. I'm going to hold my wire underneath this person's shoulder. I'm going to make a nice sharp bend under the shoulder and a nice sharp bend under the neck, so the wire's coming straight down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Notice when I let this go, it sort of pops out. That's okay. Just focus on the other side. A sharp bend at the shoulder, a sharp bend at the neck. And then the wire comes straight down. So now I have kind of like a person on a stick, a person lollipop. I need to do something in here so the torso will stay connected. And so what I'm going to do is twist a couple times. Well, actually more than a couple times. 3, 4, 5, about 5 times. And so I have my torso and my waist, and I'm ready for my legs. And if you're remembering from our friend Joe Student, your legs are 2 heads long from your hip to your knee, 2 heads long from your knee to your ankle, and you have to leave about a head's length for a foot. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. So I'm going to measure that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I always like to give myself a little extra room at the bottom. I'd rather have a little bit of a longer leg than a shorter leg. So I just measured out and bent the wire up, just like I did for the arms. And then I'm going to look here and see if I can get approximately about the same length on the other, just by looking. I don't have to measure it again. I could if I wanted. Now my wire has a little kink in it. That's okay. That's no problem at all. This will be covered up by clothes and extras. Now we have 2 wires coming up across the body, and we're going to use these wires to strengthen our person. We're going to wrap them around the shoulders and the torso. I'm taking the wire from this leg as I'm looking at my person, the left leg, and I'm going to wrap it around the right elbow. So I'm going to move the arm out of the way and wrap it around I said elbow, I meant shoulder. 3, 4 times. And then I'm going to take this wire, I'm going to wrap it around the torso until I have no more wire left. And that's going to help strengthen the person's torso and give him a little more body in his body so that your person doesn't feel so flimsy. I'm going to do the same thing over here now with this wire. Wrap it around the shoulder, 4 times or so. Then I'm going to wrap it right around the body, right around the torso, until the wire's gone. Like this. And there I've got my basic person. Think about whether you'd like hands. If you want hands, I can show you how to make those. It involves having 2 pliers. So I have one plier. I'm going to go get another pair of pliers.